Welcome to my Empowering Learners with Autism. Harness the new media for personalized education. The COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated the adoption of remote learning and digital tools in education. Mr. Wong Xiu-hong, retired as Director General of Education, wrote in the Straits Times, March 30th, 2022, that the National is preparing students to be future-ready digital citizens. He listed three ways to leverage the potential of EdTech to change how the students learn. First, leverage technology to connect learners and enhance interactions. Second, more personalized learning experiences such as immediate feedback on their learning performance and customize their lessons. Third, technology can empower students to be more self-directed in their learning and take greater ownership. These critical skills will help them to become intrinsically motivated and independent learners who will continue learning throughout their lives. That being said, there's always more to be done to plan for digital literacy skills for students in special education schools. As an educator for children with autism, I want to explore this statement. Children with autism learn best from interacting with real people and real material over and over again. Digital media can't replace this. Today we are going to dive into the digital world with a pair of autistic lens to find out more. Children with autism are no strangers in the digital world. Let me share with you some of the notes that I've collected from the parents' meeting. I have a collection of parents' feedback when I asked, what does your child do during his or her free time? The usual answers I've gotten were online gaming, watching videos on YouTube, posting photos on IG. What caught my attention most was students creating videos on TikTok and YouTube, either by themselves or with their siblings. In fact, they even own their own laptops and iPads. I could stay online for about 2 to 3 hours a day. So these are some common concerns from the parents, such as difficult to disengage them from media use, little or no social interaction, difficult to find resources from them, and also is it safe to go online independently? Now let me share two of my literature's review. Piska et al. Conducted research on digital participation in the lives of individuals with autism. They hope to make a better understanding of media usage in children with autism. They recruited 15 families with children diagnosed with ASD at the autism therapy facilities in Germany in spring 2023. The average age is 8.93 years. For the typical developing group, 78 boys were recruited via an online survey through private and professional contacts. This study focused on age-appropriate intellectual capacities among the ASD group to allow comparison with the TD. Data on the children's media usage were collected using an online survey for parents. Question includes the availability of devices at home, frequencies of use, and reasons for using digital media. The study shows 86% of both ASD and TD has access to devices such as PC, laptops, tablets, mobile phone, TV, and so on. There's a significant result of 66% of ASD are more likely to play entertainment games online, while 63% of TD prefers to listen to music and audiobooks. This study provides an initial insight into the media use of boys with ASD in Germany, and the research also supports the finding that digital media are highly attractive to the children with ASD. They use digital media frequently and are confident in their usage. There is no doubt that the new media is an integral part of their daily life. Another study that is worth looking at is how digital media and digital environment, potentially enhance the social inclusion of people with ASD. And this is the next paper, which I find really interesting and insightful to read. Uh, the qualitative research paper by Frankel and al., published in May 2018. The title, "To be quite honest, if this wasn't for video games, I wouldn't have a social life at all." These are the motivations of young adults with autism spectrum disorder for playing video games as leisure. The purpose of this study was to investigate the perception of 10 individuals with ASD aged 18 to 24 who play video games as their primary leisure activity regarding the role of video games in their lives and their motivations for playing. The method was a qualitative interview, and the questions covered these four areas: friendship, emotion, functional and skills, and escape and being creative. Let me share a few quotes from the friendship. In the area of social impact, it looked into any comment related to gaining or making friends. In this characteristic session, participants described the type of people they like to play with. Just to state a few common ones, that people who is fun, lively, and with good sense of humor. For gaining friends, they also asked if they play with people whom didn't know at all. All said yes, and since they also play multiplayer games, they have random people who comes in, and that's when they start to make friends who are on the common ground. Isn't this an interesting finding that how digital media has become part of the children's with and adolescents' life? So now, how do we then integrate the good of digital media and the autism learning style? The ASD iceberg shows their challenges in general. Let me interpret this in terms of the way they learn. The autism spectrum disorder is associated with a range of learning styles and preferences. So here are some key aspects. The visual learning. So make use of visual cues like visual schedules to support their predictability of the day and also to reduce their anxiety. Individuals with ASD often have a preference for concrete and factual information because they struggled with abstract concepts and idiomatic expressions. So be clear and explicit to them. The next slide I will show more examples. Here are some good practices to address their learning challenges and engage the child with autism. First, when you present the material that you want the child to interact with or to learn for the context, the material is prepared in such a way that the child can understand and make meaning of, eliminating the non-relevant material to minimize additional stimuli. Gain their attention, such as to call their name, James. Wait till they stop at what they are doing, then you present the material or give the next instructions. Material that allows children with autism to interact and manipulate for hands-on and sensorial processing such as tactile sensitivity, sound and smell. At the same time, they learn to track for information. Children with autism respond well with immediate response or better still, positive reinforcement to a particular behavior. It helps them to have clear connection to what behavior is expected or desired. Last but not least, support their learning with authentic material to enhance learning experience and generalization of skills. Now we have a better idea on how children with autism learned. Now let's put it all together. With the good of digital media and understanding the children with autism learning style, we have an advantage to see both sides of a coin. Why do we want to limit the limited? Does this statement still stay? We've come to the end of my presentation EKF on empowering autism learners, harness the new media for personalized education. You can scan the QR code for feedback, recommendations, and ideas generation. Thank you for watching.